Best Buy. Can't find a part because the parts that they make for the garage doors, they don't make the garage doors anymore, so it's all old. Opened the garage door just fine, went to close it, and it gashed my bumper. Just trying to go to Best Buy, man. That's all I'm trying to do. Take a trip around the neighborhood first. To Best Buy to get an external hard drive for all the GoPro footage that I have, because it's filling up my 500 gig hard drive. I don't have much more room on it, so let's go get a new one. Take the back way to Best Buy, it's more fun. Let's talk about it. I have never owned a street legal motorcycle. I grew up riding motocross and racing on the weekends for fun against my friends, my uncle, yada yada yada. Now I'm in my 30s and decided I want to get a motorcycle because I live in Colorado, and Colorado has some of the best roads in the country to ride a motorcycle on, and I want to be a part of that and experience that, not in a vehicle. I decided to look online, look around, do my research. You know, looked at all the Harleys, all the Triumphs, all the, you name it, so be it. I decided on the Rebel because honestly it looks cool. I think it looks cool. I grew up riding Hondas. They've always been reliable, never had any issues with them. They make quality products that will last a long time. So I started looking around online in my area, Colorado, statewide really. Couldn't find any for sale. None of the manuals were for sale. Couldn't find any. Everybody had DCTs, 3 to 5 grand over MSRP. I found a listing in Cycle Trader. This guy was selling one like an hour south from me, but he had it listed as a DCT. I didn't want a DCT. I click on the post, and in the description he had written, you know, if this is a manual, not a DCT, it was a mistake. I couldn't figure out how to change it. So I go, done, deal. So I reached out to him immediately, and turns out, you know, he was still sitting on it. Nobody had shown any interest in buying it. I'm assuming because people who want the manual saw that it was a DCT as it was listed, and just scrolled right by it. And luckily I clicked on it and discovered it was a manual. He got back to me almost immediately and had it listed for a really good price. He had it listed for under 9 grand. There were 250 miles on it, and I said, I gotta get this bike. It's a steal. The guy turned out to be a really good dude. He actually owns butcheries in Colorado and gave me a couple free New York strip sticks with the bike, which was cool. So I went and picked it up, and you know, first time riding it, it's sporty enough, it's fast enough for what I want and need. You can take it in the back roads and mountain roads, do just about everything that another comparable cruiser can do in those roads. Or you can, you know, gear it out to be a really big touring bike with saddlebags and windscreen and fairings and, you know, engine guards, highway pegs. I love the naked look of this bike. I took the factory mirrors off and did lane splitters at the, you know, bar-in lane splitters and CRGs. I think they look way better and they're more functional for me. I'm a pretty big dude. I'm 6'3", so I'm not a small rider, and you know, most may say I'm too big for the bike. I'm actually comfortable on it. I can go out for 4 or 5 hours and ride it just fine without any problems, other than, you know, a sore tailbone. But unless you're riding a sofa or a love chair or love seat, you're gonna have a sore tailbone. It's part of riding. Around town, it's perfect. You can put it into different modes. If you don't want the sporty mode and the quicker throttle response, you can do that too. My style of riding is not so much commuting with this bike. It's more weekend stuff out in the back roads and mountains of Colorado when there's no ice or snow on the ground, because nobody wants to do that. This bike has been awesome. Got it at 250 miles, 930 on it now. So I've ridden a little bit, not as much as I wanted to. I got it towards the end of the riding season. The weather's been kind of up and down, you know, but I stayed away from Harleys just because that's what everybody rides. Everybody's got a Harley. You know, this Rebel was right around the price point that I wanted to spend. That's one of the big reasons I went after it, because it was just at such a good price for what it is. The features that it has implemented into the interface, ride modes, it comes with quite a bit of stuff for how much it costs, you know. And I'm not an advanced rider by any means, you know, even though I have experience on motorcycles. I have 700 miles of experience on roads, most of which are roads that nobody else is even riding. Let's go get our hard drive.